Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Y'all, King Harris, he done clocked out. King Harris, T.I., and Tiny Son done clocked out, y'all. Following some incident that occurred at the Falcons games versus the Saints game. What's going on? We don't know why he clocked out. We just know it's footage of him clocking out. So the question remains, what's going on? What is done went on? What's done went on, y'all? For real. Cause this don't make no sense, y'all. What's up? Thank you for liking on your way in the door. Y'all, I just seen this online. Tip and a Tiny Son, he done clocked out. King, King, the one with the braids, dreads, whatever he got in his head. He done clocked out, y'all, at a Falcons game following some incident. And my question is, I should have put that in the title. My question is, who's to blame for this boy's behavior now that he's grown and he just running amok? So I'm gonna let y'all listen to the video of what's his name, King done clocked out at a Falcons game, and he's mad talking about basically it shouldn't have happened. So let me let y'all listen to it. Oh shit! He's arguing with his daddy. Tiny's telling him to be quiet. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. And he said he stand on business, so he mad because they didn't say nothing. Hey, Denise. Why you let him play with me like that? Why you let him play with me like that? Who is that laughing? That voice sounds so familiar.
You are embarrassing yourself and family, nigga. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
So basically, this ain't funny, y'all. It's crazy that he gotta do this to his grown son.
Shit you can do with me.
That's Tip. He done grabbed him. He done snatched him up, and he said, "Ain't nothing you can do with me." And he snatched him up because y'all King, and he's out there being disrespectful, and Tiny trying to tell him to calm down. Something happened at the Falcons game. We don't know what really done went down, but something happened, and evidently King felt disrespected, and he was like, "I stand on business." And next thing you know, he argued with his mom and his daddy. Mama trying to tell him to shut up, be quiet, and he's still running off at the trap. Remember, he's a grown man now. He ain't that grown, but he's legally grown, and his daddy was telling him, just stop it, just stop it. So he kept on running off at the mouth, and then Tip had to snatch him up, y'all. So my question is, y'all know he done went out before in public, and the daddy was, basically taking up for him, as his son. I get it, I understand. Tia has told him exactly before he can't handle it. Oh, for real, I didn't see that. So my question is, who's at fault? Because and the reason I'm saying this because we done seen this boy go out several times out in public. Let's back up. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Let's just be honest. He ain't no street kid. He ain't no thug. He ain't been out there in them streets. He don't know why. I don't know why he acts like that because his kids that's been born in the hood and raised, in a less than favorable lifestyle, and they don't act like him. So my question is, I don't understand why he's out here acting like that. It's not hard. You trying to act like you hard, and you're going to get yourself in a position to where you're going to have to show that you hard and prove that you hard since you want to act like you hard. So do I think his daddy was wrong for snatching him up? No, I do not, because what he's trying to do is protect that boy from getting himself into some nonsense later on down the line that he is not prepared for. And my question is, do we blame Tiny and T.I. for their son being out of control? I mean, really, can we blame him or blame them because they did the best that they could? What's his name? King tried to say in an interview a long time ago, well, not too long ago, that he was raised by his grandmother mainly, and that when they was filming that show, they would have him to come over to the house, and then they would start filming and everything. So I think he's kind of bitter and mad at them for whatever reason. We don't know the whole true story, but can we 100% blame Tip and Tiny? I'm going to say no, not 100%, because they did the best with what they could. You see what I'm saying? They both had busy careers that caused them to be gone a lot. And thankfully, that granny was there to be able to take care of them kids. They didn't have to be pushed off on no nanny and be around a bunch of strangers. So I'm gonna say we can't really blame them. Nope, his father has been trying to save him exactly, and I've heard Tip on his lives and stuff. Where he's talk to him and try to get him to understand. But you can't tell King nothing. I don't know where he got this old wild spirit from. You know what I'm saying? Tiny, she don't act like that. Tip, I mean, he was out there in the street back in the day, but he's he don't do that type of stuff, crazy wildness stuff no more. So I don't understand why this boy's out here acting like he's acting out. Can't blame them for their son's shortcomings. Exactly. And I'm gonna read some of the comments, not the comments, but some of the things that he said. He said, I stand on business. I don't give a who you are. So he got into it with somebody at the Falcons game out there in Indiana. I mean, damn, out there in what you call it, Atlanta. And he's mad because he didn't like what somebody was saying. And the person in the background, that laugh sounds so familiar, y'all. If I'm a mistake, say that. Oh goodness. He said, if I'm a mistake, say that. Stop making the world think you for me when you don't. I don't know what's going on with this boy. He's got some issues going on. They might have to let him get what he keep asking for because he is not learning. He's not learning. And that's the scary part. That's the sad part, is that this boy is not learning. He don't get it. And he ain't had to experience no hard life, and he don't want to have to get out there and experience no hard life the wrong way, meaning he done something and wasn't thinking about it, and that his mom and daddy money can't pay for him to get out of. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to this again.
You're upset. You're mad. You can't. I know you.
He said, I know you capping.
I know you. Shut up. I know you. Ain't no mystery about here. I know you though. I know you though. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that?
Tiny pushing on him and telling him to stop it. And she's putting her hand on his face, trying to get his attention, and this boy ain't hearing it. Why you let him play with me like that? You grown. They can't be fighting your battles.
Embarrassing yourself and your family, nigga. You embarrassing yourself. You are
I was embarrassed y'all watching this. I was like, oh my God. I couldn't imagine how I would have responded if I had a son and he was acting like this. And he had to snatch him up in public.
Well, you can't do nothing with me.
He had to snatch him up in public, and now I don't think he was wrong for doing it. Because what he's trying to do is protect him from making matters worse. Everybody's standing around watching and looking and seeing what's going on, and that's Tip's son, so ain't nobody gonna try to grab him. So Tip was the only one that basically had the right and could handle him. Tiny couldn't handle that boy because he's out of control. Sadly, sometimes people have to find out the hard way. Exactly. His parents been trying, and this is sad because that old spur the rod, spoil the child. Some of these kids, you have got to discipline some of these kids, whether it be taking away their favorite items, whether it be they don't get to go on this trip that we had planned. You got to discipline these kids because when they get out of control, it gets ugly, like with what we seeing with King. And this is sad. The other little boy, I forgot the other little boy that's close to King's age, he's such a sweet little boy. He don't get in no trouble or nothing that I know of. And King, he just out here because he said it. He said in the comments, in a comment, he said, if I'm a mistake, say that. Stop making the world thank you for me when you don't. And I don't understand where he getting this from. Your parents gave you everything that you have today. If it wasn't for them going out and sacrificing being away from home and making sure that they had, the lights on, the bills paid, and cars to drive. I'm sure he got a nice car. I'm sure he got money in the bank because of them. They even helped him get his career started. But then you acting like that you mad at them for something, or you feel like that they owe you something. They did all they were supposed to do as parents. Now get out here and keep on fighting your battles for you. Quit creating these battles then, and wouldn't nobody have to fight for you. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, one of the questions I was gonna pose, I'm gonna go back and add it in the the title of it once this closes out, is T.I. and Tiny to blame. And we can't blame T.I. and Tiny because, like I said, he's grown now, and every time he does something, I get it. I get it. They want to protect him, but they get up and speak for him and say something. And at some point, it's just going to be one of them things where you just going to have to say, you know what? I'm not going to say nothing else. Like Nene did with her son. Nene did it with her son, her oldest son, who's out there on drugs, allegedly. She said basically ain't nothing she can do. He going to have to go through to his cell. She ain't helping him with no more child support because she was helping with his child support, and she's done. That's what they're going to have to do with King, because his behavior is out of control. They may have to cut him. Exactly. behind a lesson. That's what's gonna have to happen. They may have to cut him off, and that's a hard thing because they used to, they're used to their kids having the very best. So to cut him off and everything, I know that's gonna be hard as a parent, considering they love him and they want the best for him. And if they cut him off, it's gonna be hard for him. He ain't gonna know what to do. Or maybe he might be smart and go out there and get it. He got his little rap career. Maybe he'll go out there and hustle for real and make him some money, get in them studios and buckle down and come out with an album or something. Maybe that'll help him become a better individual. I don't know. Yes, Nene had to let him suffer the consequences exactly, and he's still out there suffering. But Nene says she's washed her hands of him because what's she gonna do? Keep on fucking over money every time you turn around? Every time he get in trouble? His last incident where he had to go to court because he ain't been paying his little child support. He ain't been paying child support, and he definitely way older than King. You need to get you a job, okay? Yeah, you might be Nene Leak's son, but honey, you ain't too far removed to where you can't get a 9 to 5 because you ain't got it like your mama. That's your mama's money. She helped you. She got you on your feet, bought him a house. I remember she bought him a house and the car. And now, he had her, she said it, that he was on drugs. Everything that we discussed is allegedly and for strictly for entertainment purpose. But she said that he was out there and she can't save him no more. And honey, child, for real, she's supposed to spend all her money and go down the drain with trying to pick him up and save him. So yeah, with T.I. and Tiny, this is sad because as soon as I saw this video, I was like, okay, we cannot keep blaming, because at first everybody was blaming Tip and Tiny, for how he was out there acting, but we can't blame Tip and Tiny no more. They got other kids they got to worry about. Again, he's a grown man, and then on top of that, his other siblings is watching and seeing everything. They gonna have to focus and concentrate on him because right now he's already building his future, where he's going to. I hate to say it, toward that pipeline if he don't straighten up real quick, fast, in a hurry, and get a grip on himself. And the reason why his daddy said something to him at the what you call it, when they was out there in public, because he just kept going on and on. I was like, oh my God, he would not stop, y'all. And I could not imagine being in that position. And if I had a son and he was out there just spazzing out, clocking out, going out because of something that somebody said to him, boy, you are in the limelight. People gonna mess with you for any kind of reason, especially with all of this stuff that's going on now. People trying to drop lawsuits left and right for any reason. So especially you being, Tip's son, people gonna mess with you for any kind of reason, just because, to provoke you, to get you to respond, to get you to go out, to get you to attack them. They gonna come for you. That's just a part of that lifestyle, and he's gonna have to learn to ignore it. I know it's hard for him to ignore it because come on now, they come for Tip and Tiny all the time. They don't talk about Tiny for years like a dog, and you got to learn. You can respond here and there, but you got to learn how to ignore all of that stuff, because otherwise you be in court every time you turn around with some kind of lawsuit because you done went out and just start popping motherfuckers in the mouth and stuff, or fighting people. You cannot do that. So this child's got a long way to go. And I just hope that, they can go sit down somewhere and get some kind of intervention going on. Like I said, he's grown now. Get some kind of counseling going on to help his boy, because he don't know. He don't know it can get a whole lot harder after in life. And then he's trying to call his daddy out. I know you.
Ain't no mystery about him. I know you though.
The disrespect, yeah, it's just too much. These kids are ungrateful. Exactly, M. Jones. They ungrateful and disrespectful.
Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that?
Why you let him? They can't stop nobody from saying nothing.
You are embarrassing yourself and your family, nigga. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
This is sad, but he just kept on running off your mouth, and then Tip was like, man, what is you talking about? Like, I'm trying to talk to you, not listening. So he had to snatch him up. He think he big and bad. That's how they get. And I've heard that, that's how boys get when they become teenagers, that they get to the point where they think that they can handle their daddy and everything. Then they have to show him otherwise, allegedly. He thinks he's big and bad. So he have to learn. With him, it's going to be hard, because with his attitude, exactly, he may go and rob somebody, and to get it, T.I. keep trying to keep him out of trouble, but he wants it. And that's the sad part about it. These celebrity kids, they live this life, like I said, of child, they live lives better than a lot of people living as adults. They live that growing up. So he doesn't know what it's like to be out there and miss some holidays and miss some Christmases and don't get none for school, and you know what I'm saying, he don't know what that's like. He ain't experienced none of that. So he's in that mind frame like I need to be, I got a right to do this. I should be respected. Ain't nobody got to respect you. But what you need to do as, like I said, a celebrity child, you need to learn how to, ignore that stuff. Let it roll off, dust it off, and keep on going, because he about to cost his mom and them a lot of money. He's about to cost them a lot of money, and they're gonna get to the point where they're gonna have to step back and say, "No, we can't help you." Like Nene had to do with her son. She had to step back and say, "I've done all I can do. I'm not gonna keep paying your child support, because that's what she was doing. I'm gonna do what a grandmother's supposed to do, and get them gifts and spend time. But it's not her job to sit there and pay all the bills." And that's what's about to happen with King Harris, because he's building it up to the point where now this boy getting ready to be a target, meaning people gonna be coming after him even more because they see he can't handle it. He cannot handle it unless his mom and daddy sit down and talk to him and let him know, look, you can't get mad with people saying stuff to you. This is how it works. You're gonna have to get some thick skin, y'all, unless. But I just want to get on here because, like I said, it take too long to even do a video and all that. And I'm like, let me just get on here. So I've been watching other YouTubers, y'all, and the big gurus. That's what they do when a new story come out real quick. Child, they just hop on live and go on and do it, because like I said, you try to do a video, then YouTube want to send it for review and hold you up 2 and 3 days. Ain't nobody got time to keep on going through this. So that's what I'm gonna be doing when stories come out. I'm just gonna hop on there and talk about it real quick and let y'all know what's going on. But I'll keep y'all posted to find out once I find out exactly what he was going off about, because it's not been said yet in the video what he was going off about. So I'll holler at y'all soon. See y'all soon.
You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.